Hello and welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's a bit strange, but hello, Victorians, and happy Tuesday. It feels odd having a happy Tuesday. I agree, instead of a Thursday, but we have good reasons to release 2 dev diaries this week. And doesn't that mean a happy Tuesday and a happy Thursday? With the addition of the happy Wednesday we will be receiving, I assume, on the backs of the Tinto Talks tomorrow, we will be having a triple happy week. This is big news. This is big. Almost as big as the release of, or the announcement of, Pivot Empire as a flavor pack that is going to be being released alongside Update 1.8, which is absolutely fantastic. This week is our anniversary. Yeah, that's right. On Friday, we will be streaming for 12 hours for the anniversary of Victoria 3. And also on Thursday, we will also be streaming 12 hours, but we won't be streaming Vic 3. That will be the release of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 rework. But this week is our anniversary, and we talked about what came in the free updates since launch. As a follow-up today, we have a special treat for you, the announcement of the release date of a new immersion pack. Release date. Oh, did I skim through this and I didn't even see the release date? Of the new immersion pack, Pivot Empire, which will come alongside Update 1.8. Here we see a nice little splash for it, which it does, of course, look nice. And you can't spell racism rework without having, cased system. So that's why the update's going to be around India, alongside the free racism update that we were going to be receiving in 1.8. Finna catch these racism. Now, some of you may know the name of the pack from the famous quote, "India is the pivot of our empire. If the empire loses any part of its dominion, we can survive, but if we lose India, the sun of the empire will have set." That sounds about right. Shout out to the UK. You guys had it all. And then you lost it. You ask people what was the biggest empire in history, and then they're like, Genghis Khan, and then you're just like, obviously you never heard of the United Kingdom. Victor Bruce, Viceroy of India during the Indian Uprising. And you know why we don't know who that is? Or I don't know who that is? Probably because he lost. Okay. This sets the scene for the immersion pack. Pivot Empire is set in this Indian subcontinent, focused on the events following the years of discrimination, which is why we're receiving it in the discrimination, update, and suppression of by the East India Company. The Indian Uprising takes us through the eventual downfall of the East India Company and the rise of the British Raj. So why don't we
Peggy 12
see a little bit of this?
Greetings, Victorians. We now celebrate 2 years of Victoria 3. In November, you will be able to try the latest free update,
so we will be
1.8,
getting November.
with reworked political movements, striving
It's just around the corner.
for long-term goals through ideology, religion, and culture. A new discrimination system, along with caste laws and reworked for companies. New mechanics for harvest management, food security, and famines add strategic depth, plus much, much more. We are also happy to announce that we will be releasing a new immersion pack, Pivot of Empire. This time, we are taking you to a nation of colonial uncertainty and political transformation. A region that provides a unique set of challenges.
Very nice sprites.
The Indian subcontinent. These rich lands are loaded with diverse cultures, religions, and possibilities, offering a complex challenge whether you're new to the area or have played here before.
We see new unique interest
Ruled
groups
by
there.
a foreign culture and
You
mentality,
guys didn't
it
catch
is the
that.
jewel of the British Empire, but a potential superpower in its own right, should it unite under one vision and achieve sovereignty. Pivot of Empire adds journal entries, events, historical content, and a lot
Love the
of
art
new
as
flavor.
well.
We look forward to unveiling what more is to come for Victoria, and cannot wait to see how you take on the challenges that await in Pivot of Empire.
Now, we also saw a little bit of stuff that was interesting that let's just draw a little bit of attention to. Now, pardon my suggestions. We have, of course, the big Chattis himself and some music stuff. Let's exit out. But we see new caste-based hegemony. We are seeing an entirely new set of laws here, and we are seeing, is that a new, no, that no home affairs is completely normal, but we have economic system, extraction economy. So I am actually a little bit happy I didn't make my overall conclusions video for economic systems, seeing as we are going to be receiving extraction economy, new economic systems, as well as an entire new law structure. Now, we have slavery is now been moved over to human. Oh, it's always in human rights. I forgot. It was never in part of economy. Crazy of me, but we do see an entirely new category. I think that's the only new one, but is definitely worth noting. Okay. Within this immersion pack, you will get to experience narrative content for the East India Company, but also the other Indian nations. Yeah, I'm not fast enough on my feet to make, Indians of North America, by Indians I mean indigenous people, joke, but we could have had it all. We should have had it all. We should have had that one cocked and ready to go. Great Britain imposing its will on such a wealthy land, and the nearby Sikh Empire trying to assert itself with such an avaricious neighbor. Regardless, if you've already played the region or not, Pivot of Empire will bring a lot of unique and fresh flavor to the game. We are probably going to see a resource update. Every time they do a flavor pack, they also update the resources in the region, and with the resource update, and any type of journal entries that add a lot of power level, East India Company might be on the rise in terms of, being a top start. I think, right now, they're probably the 8th strongest start, and so this will be a bit interesting. We do have an immersion pack where they're telling us some of the stuff. We will see Company of the Raj, events and journal entries covering a century of Indian politics and evolution. More historical flavor for the Sikh Empire and princely states, which is fantastic. Largest campaign for freedom in history can take place in many forms. You can't spell freedom without discrimination, because you need the discrimination to lead to the freedom. Shout out to the caste system, which is definitely not entrenched in the cultural milieu of India at all. Meet new historic characters and guide full destiny of the subcontinent, full religious diversity, and cause tension. The lack of characters, in particular, is for a lot of the countries that are not European, the lack of unique characters is actually an enormous minus in terms of playability and this sort of thing. And so, because the Europeans can all invite each other, you could invite all the other European agitators if you just pass a little, losing some discrimination. And so getting new agitators kind of for your culture group is a really big deal. But we might be able to get agitators a lot easier now, even if they're discriminated against as part of the discrimination rework. So we'll see. Unique new paper map inspired by Indian culture. This is going to be fantastic. And new buildings, event art, and character clothing. So, which is also going to be cool, but it's not necessarily the thing that we personally notice that much. By we, I mean me. Now, if you've forgotten what is coming with the free update, we also have another quick overview graphic too, which of course is fantastic. The national religious movements, the company building ownership, where companies are going to be being owners in their own right. Still have to see the details on how exactly that's going to unfold. It's going to be in November, though. The ideologically focused political movement. I think that, we've talked about this a little bit, but this is going to be something that is good. In particular, I think that I wanted to see them separate the agitator, make it less important what ideology your agitator specifically has, or not agitator, but the leader of your interest group specifically has, and this is kind of a little bit of a band-aid on top of a system that it's too important what ideology your interest group leaders have, but this is going to make it so that it's much more predictable what ideology you roll. We see new caste system laws, fantastic. Discrimination rework, which everyone's kind of calling the racism rework, as one does. Famines, which are famines are actually just going to be super huge and cool from an RP perspective. I'm very excited for them. Revised Indian uprising events, that sounds good. And quality of life improvements and bug fixes. We see armies. Are they fixing the spaghetti? Are we going to no longer have linguini fronts? Who knows? That'd be fantastic. I think that if the military system ever fully accomplishes what I think is the the design philosophy of Victoria 3's military, I think it'll be so fun and so nice. Which is just a very hands-off, you assign people to like a theater or a region, or you give them an overall objective and then they go out and they do that. But as it stands right now, military requires a ton of micro. So we'll see if this quality of life stuff is a step in the right direction, which would be fantastic. As you might have noticed, no, our Happy Tuesday ends so early. As you might have noticed, the new case system laws and updated Indian Uprising events are part of the free update available to all players, while the narrative content related to them will be included in Pivot of Empire. So Victoria 3 is continuing along with, kind of their philosophy, which is they are including most of the critical elements in the free update. I wonder how their marketing team has felt about that, if they feel that that is decreasing sales or whatnot. But long-term health of the game, making no DLC absolutely essential is really, really important for reducing the barrier of entry into the game. Along with the additional content related to religious tensions in the region, Indian national movement, and local initiatives for independence, among other things. Okay. We hope you enjoy our foray into the Indian subcontinent. You're making us sound like we're from the UK, my guys. And the surrounding interactions caused by discrimination and the movements for liberation. Of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg, as we are going to delve into more details of the upcoming dev diaries, which are good. We're going to go where we're going to have a dev diary today. We're going to have a dev diary tomorrow, although it's not going to be for Victoria 3. And then we're going to have a dev diary on Thursday. Okay. Both Pivot of Empire and the free update in 1.8 will be released on the 21st of November. Pogs, mark your calendar. Pivot Empire will cost $9.99. Check out the Steam, or €9.99. Check out the Steam page for screenshots, and don't forget to wishlist this immersion pack. I do believe that wishlisting is going to send... So, if you like the game to get future development and this type of stuff, anytime you can send a positive signal to, the people who are the higher-ups for the Victoria 3 team, so that they believe that there is as much hype as there is, or more hype than there is, for Victoria 3, that is going to be a positive thing. And so if you want to support them, even if you're not going to buy it, I suppose wishlisting would still help out the Victoria 3 team. Now, with all that said, and the release date coming in just about a month, we have quite a few dev diaries there we go, we're back. Okay, delving into the meat of Pivot of Empire, starting this week already, with the Emperor Ritz leading the charge on the 24th, where we will look at a section of narrative content. So, a pleasant surprise, a happy Tuesday, and we are going to be getting a little bit of an update alongside, or we're going to be getting a flavor patch alongside free update. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be back in 2 days with another dev diary. And other than that, have a happy Tuesday.